Now joined by one of the GeneralSports.com athletes of the week, it's Connor Amorosi of the men's basketball team. Connor, coming off the last couple of weeks, your team 4-1 through 5 games during the winter break. 10-1 start to the season. What has worked so well for this group this year?
I just think our defensive intensity, working together like as a team on defense, making the right reads, things like that, making sure their key players can't get too involved in the way they play. Then also just like a collective effort on offense, like multiple guys contributing, just doing well, yeah.
Speaking of offensively, we'll highlight 2 games in particular. The W&L Holiday Championship game against Kenyon, you had 27 points, and then this past weekend against Guilford, another 20-plus point performance as you guys storm back in the second half to beat Guilford on the road and pick up a big ODAC win. What has worked well in your game in the last few games out in terms of finding your rhythm early and carrying that through the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, my coach has been pretty adamant about just shooting the ball more, especially if I get on the perimeter, kind of just let it fly, if you will. And then also just like get into my spots a little bit more, the short corner and elbow areas, just get into a bucket, yeah.
And then lastly, 2 more conference games this week, a couple of tough ODAC games, home against Virginia Wesleyan on Wednesday, then at Roanoke on Saturday. What's the key to walking away with a couple more wins this week?
Yeah, just making sure their big guys can't get too involved and scoring a lot, keeping those guys limited, making other players beat us. But I think it'll be 2 very close games, so we're excited.
It's Connor Amorosi of the men's basketball team, one of our GeneralSports.com athletes of the week. Connor, thanks for joining us here today. Best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Now joined by one of the GeneralSports.com athletes of the week, it's Mary Schleusner of the women's basketball team. Mary, a good break for your team. Trip down to Florida, cross over 2,000 points, another ranked win on Sunday against Emory. When you look back over the last couple of weeks, what has gone so well for your team?
I think it is honestly just, sticking together and trying to prove people wrong. A lot of people, we were ranked, but a lot of people sort of counted us out, saying that we haven't seen tough competition yet. And so to be able to face number 12 and number 7, Emory, was pretty fun. Get 2 wins. I think we didn't show each other what we could do, but we showed everybody that's watching. But I hope we can keep it up for the rest of the season and keep our heads straight on tight going against Randolph and even some of the ODAC teams.
2,000 points. You've had a little bit of time to kind of think back on it, take it all in. Did you realize you got to that point in the game, and when you did, and even after, kind of what went through your mind, and what do you take away most of an accomplishment of getting to something of a milestone like that?
Well, I did not realize I was there. I knew a couple weeks ago Coach Camp had told me I was around 100 or 200 away. And going into the weekend, Riley Bryant told me that she knew and they were pretty ready, but I really had no idea. So when it happened, I thought my team was cheering for 6-7, but they were not. And I looked up at the crowd, and then I saw the big banner. Takeaway in that sense, I don't know. I remember 2 years ago at 1,000, my dad sort of said to me that, like, okay, but every single shot has its own assist. So I think 2,000 is just a testament to how many feeds I've been getting and how many times my teammates have been looking to get the ball to me. So very grateful to them. Quinn, Elka, everybody on the floor, Riley, Zoo, Caroline, all of them. And even in past years, I think about Coach Aaron, who recruited me here, and also Hannah Malik. Some of the alums reached out, a lot of the alums reached out, and Catherine Vandiver. It wouldn't be possible without every single year and every step of the way and every teammate that's taught me how to do everything I've ever done. So very grateful to all of them, I think, is the biggest thing I can walk away saying.
And then lastly this week, back to conference play at Randolph on Wednesday, home against Shenandoah on Sunday. What's going to be the key to success?
Staying disciplined, staying the fundamentals. They play a 2-3, so we've got some offensives in place to combat that. If we can just, mostly me, not freak out and throw the ball out of bounds. So hopefully I will manifest that via this video.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it as always, and best of luck this week.
Thank you.